Imagine failing in business, losing elections, being rejected again and again, watching the person you love die, falling into deep depression. Most people would quit. Most people would say life is unfair. But one man didn't. One man kept moving forward, even when everything seemed to be falling apart. And that man became one of the greatest leaders in history. His name was Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809 in a small log cabin in Kentucky. There was nothing special about his beginning. No wealth, no privilege, no powerful family. His parents were poor farmers trying to survive on the American frontier. Life was hard. Food was not always certain. Education was rare. Lincoln would later say that he had less than 1 year of formal schooling in his entire life. But even as a child, something inside him was different. He was curious, hungry for knowledge. Whenever he could get his hands on a book, he read it. Sometimes he walked miles just to borrow one. At night, while others slept, Lincoln sat by the light of a candle and read. Slowly, quietly, he began educating himself. At the age of 21, Lincoln tried to start a business with a friend. He believed business could give him a better future. But the business failed completely. He was left with a huge debt that took years to repay. Many people would have given up right there, but Lincoln didn't. Instead of blaming the world, he kept moving forward. Lincoln became interested in politics. He believed he could help improve society, so he ran for office, but his first attempt ended in defeat. He lost the election. That could have been the end of his political career. But Lincoln refused to quit. He studied harder, worked harder, and eventually he won a seat in the Illinois state legislature. For a moment, it seemed like his life was turning around. But life had more challenges waiting. During this time, Lincoln fell deeply in love with a woman named Anne Rutledge. She meant everything to him. But tragedy struck. Anne became sick, and soon after, she died. Her death devastated Lincoln. Friends said he fell into a deep depression. There were days when he struggled to even get out of bed. The man who dreamed of leading others was now fighting just to keep going. Life continued to test him. Lincoln ran for Congress. He lost. He ran for the Senate. He lost again. Year after year, defeat followed him. Critics mocked him. Opponents doubted him. Many people believed Lincoln was simply a man who couldn't win. Imagine how humiliating that must have felt. Imagine standing in front of the public again and again, only to be rejected. But Lincoln had something rare: persistence. Each failure shaped him. Each loss made him wiser. Lincoln began to understand people better. He understood poverty. He understood suffering. He understood struggle because he had lived it himself, and that understanding made him a different kind of leader. A leader who knew the pain of ordinary people. In 1860, Lincoln ran for President of the United States. Many still doubted him. After all, this was the man who had lost so many elections before. But this time, something was different. The country was facing deep division, and Lincoln's voice began to resonate. His honesty, his humility, his determination. Slowly, support grew. And then something incredible happened. Abraham Lincoln won. From failure to leadership, the man who had once been poor, the man who had lost business, the man who had lost elections, the man who had battled depression, had become the 16th President of the United States. But his greatest challenge was still ahead. Soon after Lincoln became president, the United States was torn apart by the Civil War. The country was divided. Families were divided. The future of the nation was uncertain. But Lincoln remained steady. He believed the nation could survive, and he believed that freedom must be protected. In 1863, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring freedom for enslaved people in Confederate states. It was one of the most important decisions in American history. Today, Abraham Lincoln is remembered as one of the greatest leaders who ever lived. But what makes his story powerful is not just his success, it is the failures that came before it. Because those failures shaped him, they strengthened him, they prepared him. Lincoln once said, "My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." If you feel like life is not working for you, if you feel like you keep failing, remember Abraham Lincoln. He failed again and again, but he never stopped moving forward. And because he didn't quit, a poor boy from a log cabin became a leader who changed history. So whatever you're facing today, don't quit. Your story might just be beginning.